Poppy Playtime saga has been getting out of hand ever since the Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 teaser trailer was released by Marvel Entertainment a few days ago. So in today's video, we'll be going over every single theory of mine that I have for Chapter 4. So, obviously these theories of mine obviously will not be correct, but some might. I have some good theories of mine in this video later. But, so, the theories of mine I have, insane, what characters could possibly come back in Chapter 4, along with what I think might happen in Chapter 4 in the beginning, at least. Again, no offense or whatever, but I'm just telling everyone that this is not me telling everyone what's going to happen in Chapter 4 again. These are just theories of mine, just theories, not official updates or whatever, but no. This is just theories of mine that I have for Chapter 4. Before I made this video, a few days ago, I was like, what is going on in Chapter 4, whatever, no saga. So, I've been doing some digging in my mind and other things I've been seeing throughout the past trailers or whatever, and I'm like, I think I found the answer. So, in today's video, we're going over all of my theories I have for Chapter 4 and who or what could come back in the next chapter of Poppy Playtime. So let's get started with the theories. My first theory of mine is a character. So, in Chapter 3, the beginning or whatever, we experience a hallucination due to cannabis gas that he put all around Playcare. And we see hallucination Huggy Wuggy in Chapter 3 now. You might be thinking, oh, he's not really alive or whatever, which it is true because he's just a hallucination due to Poppy's gas. But for the theory I have for this character is because we saw him in Chapter 3 along with the normal Huggy, but he was just a computer screen, obviously. But hallucination Huggy Wuggy did us a little bit of a chase scene during Chapter 3, but only for a minute or whatever, because he is fast in Chapter 3, faster than normal Huggy, or at least I think. But we saw him in Chapter 3, but then after he jump scared us, we never saw him again. Only the cardboard cutouts of normal Huggy Wuggy later and Playcare. So if we go over to the Steam page though, or if we at least look at the teaser image here, it might be just employee files or whatever for the experiments or whatever, but if you can see on the desk right there in this no sign-in area, I'm guessing of Playcare or whatever. I'm guessing it is Playcare because if you look up at the ceiling right there, the sky is like that. And we saw in Chapter 3 that it was like that in Playcare. So, this area might still be in Playcare, but just this might be the, maybe a new area of not exploding in Playcare. But also, this will probably not be right or whatever for the theory, but, so if we see on the desks there, it might be just employee files for the experiments, like I said. But also, doesn't it look like computers? Again, it might just be boxes for toys or employee files for the toys or whatever. But they just look like computers into who's on the computer in Chapter 3 trying to chase us down. Hallucination Huggy Wuggy. And how did we find that hallucination Huggy Wuggy, you may ask? The Poppy gas. And do you know what Poppy gas can do? Hallucinations. So I'm wondering if, again, we didn't see it in the Chapter 4 teaser trailer 1, if there is an official trailer and a teaser trailer 2 coming later this year, which will probably happen, hopefully, we might see Poppy gas return, because in the Chapter 4 teaser trailer we saw the Smiley Critters return also, but I think most of them would be dead. So, my thinking is that if we see hallucination Huggy Wuggy again, it will be on a computer area or something, because on the desk, like I said earlier, it looks like a computer almost, or a little bit. Again, this might just be a random object or a computer or whatever, but we saw, it must have been a TV or a computer, but in Chapter 3 we came across one that was put a tape in and Huggy Wuggy was on the screen, and then a minute or two later after that employee was talking whatever, he said welcome home, then he come out of the TV screen or computer screen. So it's possible that he might come back if these things here on the screen are computers though. If so, then that would be awesome. But if he does end up coming back, Marvel Entertainment, if you're watching this actually, by the way, if you're watching this, then please put Huggy Wuggy or hallucination Huggy Wuggy back in the game, because after he jump scared us, that's the last time we saw hallucination Huggy Wuggy. The only time we saw Huggy Wuggy again was the cardboard cutouts of normal Huggy Wuggy throughout Playcare. So if we do end up seeing him back in Chapter 4, which would be absolutely astonishing and amazing, by the way. If we do see him return in Chapter 4, then we better get like a 5-minute chasing, because with Catnap we got like I guess we got like one chasing, but that was like at the end of the game. So hopefully we will see Hallucination Huggy Wuggy back in the game in Chapter 4, hopefully. And before we continue, we gotta go over more of these images here. In this image at least. So I don't know if I did it in my Steam page video I made like a week ago or whatever. By the time you're watching this, or even a few days ago at this point, but so if you see on the bottom here, we can see a cage door, which I think I know what this connects to, but I'll go over here in a minute. We see cage cells though, so I think I know what this connects to though. Again, I'll go over here in a minute. Anyways, let's move on to the next character I think might return. The next character I think who might come back is Mr. Knight. Now, we saw Mr. Knight in Chapter 3 for like a good 20 minutes I think, but we always saw her get crushed at the end of the play care section of the school. So we know that Mr. Knight is dead, but my thing is that if the prototype did come and collect her because she's a follower of the prototype, which is all from Chapter 3, if she really is a follower of the prototype, then that must mean the prototype obviously came and collected her, become part of him. But also, my thing is that if my theory is right, then Mr. Knight might have survived, but she's not an because she got crushed. Again, we saw Mr. Knight get crushed in regards to Snowly. She lost the whole arm and bulb too. So if she comes back, well, she also lost her foot too, but I know she is dead, but if she does come back, then she'll probably be like I'm guessing like a tortured soul, because Mr. Knight was a teacher, obviously, and she died due to us, and she was a follower of the prototype, and those who failed the prototype get, slaughtered. She was kind of wrong to say, but it's true though, in Poppy Playtime's lore. So if my theory is correct, then Mr. Knight could come back, but in like a damaged state, and like her eye is like decapitated or whatever. But again, if my theory is correct, then Mr. Knight could come back, but she would be part of the prototype, or either she would be just in a damaged state or even dead, which she is dead now. But if we see her again in Chapter 4, then she'll probably be in the prototype, like literally part of the prototype. But also, we could see her come back in Chapter 4, but just like in a sitting position. Just like, who knows, maybe even Chapter 4, we might see the mini critters again return. Which might be possible due to Dog Day in the Chapter 4 teaser trailer, but maybe if they could, I doubt it, but maybe they could like control Mr. Knight like how they did with Dog Day. So if I'm correct, or maybe if I'm correct, I doubt it, but maybe Mr. Knight could come back in the next chapter, but obviously has a damaged state, or just be part of the prototype. Again, who knows? Anyways, let's move on. Now for this character theory, this theory is very doubtful due to Chapter 3, but the next character we could possibly see returning in Chapter 4 is the possibly dead Kissy Missy. So in Chapter 3, you saw in not a screenshot actually, the one where she attacks us in the secret image of the bedroom, where she was looking at a picture of a child, which I guess now is her, the normal kid. But maybe we encounter Kissy again, but remember, at Chapter 3 you saw her get attacked at the end. Because remember, in the Hour of Joy tape at the end of Chapter 3, you also saw Kissy Missy work for the prototype, because she also killed scientists too. So, again, also, we saw her in the Hour of Joy, but also at the end of Chapter 3. The last time we see Kissy Missy alive is at the end of Chapter 3 when she helped us and Poppy get onto like the big barricader thingy to get us down into the lower depths of the factory. We saw the last part of Chapter 3 like this, but also we see Kissy Missy being attacked. We see Kissy Missy pulling over here, but now it's the last time we ever saw her alive. Which I did not think this character would die in the series, honestly. Which I'm surprised she even looks over the prototype, to be honest with you. But if we do see her return in Chapter 4, which would be possibly possible due to the end of Chapter 3 or whatever, but if we do end up seeing Kissy Missy back in Chapter 4, But before I get to that, though, at the end of chapter 3, I heard like not to kiss Missy screaming or whatever, or making the huggy wuggy noises or whatever. So obviously, this means that she's being attacked by a character, which obviously this could be the Control Dog Day, that's other thing, the Control Dog Day, the prototype even. Maybe even other theories that could be the main antagonist for chapter 4, which is the sheep character. So, if we do see Kiss Missy back in chapter 4, then this means that she'll be part of the prototype, or she could just be dead or even controlled. But we do see the main critter still alive in chapter 3 at the end. We also do end up trying to go back up, but it's too late. So, maybe the mini critters did survive and they were able to get into Kissy, but obviously that kind of sounds weird. So, even though they all in play, how come they got from Home Sweet Home to all the way over in this area? So, it's probably just a prototype, the Control Dog Day, or even the new antagonist for chapter 4 is that sheep character. So, if you see Kiss Missy again, it should be part of the prototype, controlled, or just being attacked, or just dead. So we'll see in chapter 4 though. Another character I do see coming back maybe in chapter 3 from the planet is possibly the controlled and very depressed Dog Day. So we saw a Dog Day in chapter 3, I'm pretty sure. But we only get to chat with him for like a minute, I think, before this happens. Then after that happens, we get this lovely little chase scene. Which sadly we do see our little doggo friend do get controlled by the mini critters, but also we hear this at the end of our chase scene. Which that means that Dog Day either died, but also do know that the mini critters are under the control of the prototype. But now that Dog Day is kind of like helpless or whatever at this moment, then maybe he is now under control of the prototype, if he's not dead. So maybe Dog Day is alive, but he probably died due to that scream we had at the end of chapter 3's like chase scene or whatever of him. If we do end up seeing Dog Day again, but again, we gotta remember though, at the end of chapter 3's like play area with Dog Day chase scene or whatever it's called. The chasing, yeah, I guess. I was castrated to the chase. At the end of the play care, we get Dog Day chasing or whatever, but we hear him go. That was my best Dog Day scream. I'm sorry, that was terrible. But yeah, so we heard Dog Day scream, and we did hear him scream. We did see the door shut, then he screamed, but then we noticed that, or didn't notice, but we still know that the mini critters are inside him. So maybe I have 3 theories here for him. So my first theory is that Bro is literally a hot dog. He's dead. Dog Day is just plain dead. My second theory is that he did survive. Actually, I'll make that 4th theory. So the first theory is that he's a hot dog. He's dead. Bro's a hot dog. Dog Day is dead. Bro's a hot dog. Dog Day's dead. The second theory is that he survived, but the mini critters are still controlling him, and that makes him under control of the prototype. My third theory is that the mini critters crawled out of him, and he still somehow survived. But my most likely 4th theory is that he is still in play care, but in very, very bad condition due to the mini critters. So they were all my theories for Dog Day. But my other theory is that for chapter 4, he could come back. But if we see him, he might be dead. He might be under control of the prototype due to the mini critters. Or we could even see him in Chapter 4 helping us. Or if we're going to see him in Chapter 4, like, under control of the mini-critters. Because remember, they're under the following of the prototype. And those who obey the prototype get literally tortured. So, and that makes Dog Day one of them. And if we see the official teaser trailer, or if we at least go to the Steam page of Chapter 4, we see this. Brace yourself for the darkest chapter yet in the epic Poppy Playtime saga. You are pushed deeper into the underscope Playtime Code Factory, blah blah blah. But else we see this. Features new characters and allies. Allies. Do you know what this means? Allies. Pretty sure everyone knows what that means. But my theory is that Dog Day did survive and is in play care, not uncontrolled the mini-critters anymore, or the prototype. So that means that he could come back in Chapter 4 as his normal form. Like, he's back to normal. Besides for the legs. But yeah, so that's my theory for Dog Day, though. And no, we are not done yet. So, for another character of mine that I might see coming back, believe it or not, people have already said this like a million times, like, bro is dead, he's dead, or whatever, due to what happened in Chapter 3, blah, 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 or whatever. We don't see that in Chapter 3, but I'm gonna go over here in a minute. Due to the ending of what we inhaled in Chapter 3, feels kind of long to say, but the character I see coming back in Chapter 4 is none other than Catnap. So, others in the fandom has been saying, oh, Catnap is dead, he's dead, due to the prototype. Well, that is true, but 3 theories. 1, he's dead, per the prototype even. 2, due to the poppy gas, due to the poppy gas. But my first theory is that he's dead, obviously. So Catnap, first theory, Catnap's dead. 2, first theory, Catnap's dead, per the prototype now. 2, second theory, he survived, because we inhaled the poppy gas at the end of the Catnap cat and mouse game. Either he's dead, he survived due to the poppy gas, or we might see him in Chapter 3. Oh no, sorry, my bad. Chapter 4, yes, sorry, my bad. Chapter 4, but he might be still an enemy, which I know he's dead. Bro's dead. But if we do see him in Chapter 4, then it'll be very surprising, but also shocking too for us Poppy Playtime fans out there. So if we do see him in Chapter 4, then he'll be hunting us, the cat and mouse again, like happened in Chapter 3. Or either he'll just be dead and we'll see him on the prototype, which I'll get to that later. But that's what I have for Catnap. So far, I know, well, not really know, but like, what characters could possibly come back in Chapter 4. But I know one of them might be Catnap, but I doubt it really, due to what happened in Chapter 3. But again, we never know. Marvel Entertainment is very, very tricky and smart, so we never know what or who could appear in the next chapter. Besides from that unnamed or sheep critter, which we saw in the teaser trailer. That's confirmed in Chapter 4, but anyways, let's get to the other theories I have. If all of us watched the Chapter 4 teaser trailer 1, we know that the mini critters did survive, but in the trailer we only saw a Dog Day, so possibly that all the other mini critters are like gone due to this lamb sheep fellow in Chapter 4. But also obviously that means they could survive or whatever, because this guy is literally a cannibal, and Dog Day is too, from the trailer. But we also could see Dog Day and coming back, like I said earlier a minute ago, because out of any spiny critter to pick that would be tortured, why Dog Day? Man, Mama Entertainment's been really hating Dog Day, bro. Anyways, yeah, so let's get to the theory though of what might happen though. Like, so sheep fella will appear in Chapter 4 though. We might see a bigger body form, I'm not sure though. But let's get to the screenshots that I was talking about earlier. So remember the screenshot I was talking about earlier, nearly at the beginning of the video I said earlier? Like at the beginning of the video I was talking about this screenshot? Well, if you look in the back, we can see holding cells. And do you know what other screenshot we got? This screenshot, the cells. So this also must have been where they also kept like bigger bodies of the toys and playtime codes. So maybe this area connects to it. Or whatever, because we do see stairs there. So I'm wondering if this is like, maybe this is like connected to the hallway. I doubt it because there would be kids in here, but maybe it's like in the underground area, you know what I mean? Just like in the underground area where like kids can't see, like the innovation wing or whatever. Maybe the innovation may have been visible to kids, but now in the game we can't really see anything. So either we just can't see anything in the game due to that area being crossed off, or either it was open during the facility was open, but after the Hour of Joy incident, it shut down, which might be the possible theory. So this area is obviously probably like not straight ahead because kids will see and freak out due to the bigger bodies, but we also could see if there was a bigger body form of it, then we could see that sheep critter in this area, possibly. We discovered there is trash or debris in this area, so obviously it is like a bigger body area. To be honest, this is like where the prototype broke out everybody, because there's like pools of red paint, and it's called red paint. There's pools of red paint everywhere. There's a knocked over trash can in the corner for some reason in the screenshot. There's stairs at the top, so obviously this area is not visible to kids, because they'll freak out, like I said. But this also must have been an area where the bigger bodies were kept, and when the Hour of Joy broke out, Prototype literally just had a rage over games, so he broke out everybody, which is why there's probably red paint or oil everywhere. So yeah, this is probably where the bigger bodies were kept, is the possible theory. And plus, like I said, this must have been like the underground area of that screenshot, like this one here. Because it must have been like, since you see cells in the background or whatever. Obviously, another theory of mine was not possible, but this might have been like a closed off area of play care that kids cannot see. Maybe like this is like a we didn't see the toy store in chapter 3. We just see the building, but we're not able to go in it. So maybe this is like another building in play care we did not see in chapter 3. But this might be the building, but again, we went down a new area, so the chapter 3 ending might connect to this here. We might like see a platform area or whatever. Guess what I'll see in a minute. But we might see that and go to here, go to this area, then go over here, and like the underground, and we'll see all this. Which must be where all the big bodies were kept during the days of play care or days of playtime co. This screenshot though, so again, this might be the beginning of chapter 4. I doubt it, but this might be the beginning of chapter 4. So as we all know, we went down another area. Again, that area looks like a cavern area, so maybe this connects to it, maybe? The floor or something, because we see the fan there, and we do see walls painted in red paint or whatever. I want to call it red paint because I don't know what YouTube would do report this video. Anyways, as I was saying though, yeah, so there's red paint everywhere. There's the fan. Don't know if that's important. It might just be like an air vent or whatever that we saw in chapter 1 maybe. If we did see that. But this screenshot here, so as we can see, this is the purple hand area. We will see the purple hand come back, obviously, because there's red panels everywhere that has the purple signature on it. We'll see that in chapter 4 again for sure due to the screenshot. And also, again, I did this in my stream video or whatever about, not stream, but like, I did this in my stream video about where or what these eyes are, but I can clearly see, it's probably due to the camera lighting, but again, it might be just due to the camera lighting I'm using for today's video, but that is connected to the wood piece that like stand up this area right there at the end. So maybe that's just like lanterns, whatever, to see around the facility, which might be it. That's probably might be an actual correct theory, but it also could be eyes of the prototype, which I highly doubt it, but we have no idea what the prototype looks like. But anyways, let's get to the other screenshot. So this is another I'm very interested in. So obviously in this area we can see a generator. I don't know if this is our first time or not, but I think that's our first time we've seen a generator in the game, which is kind of weird to say. Again, it might not be right, because we've probably seen like other generators throughout Chapter 1, 2, and 3 maybe, but in my opinion, and I've never seen it when I played Chapter 1, 2, and 3, but maybe this is the first generator I've ever seen in Chapter 3. Oh no, sorry. Give me a stop. Chapter 4, yes, Chapter 4. Maybe the first time we see a generator in the Poppy Playtime series, maybe kind of a weird thing to say. Maybe it powers out this like whole sewer area, but as we can see, there's like sewer and like liquidy. This gross area connects to the cavern area. Now, is it just me, or does this area look like this is the prototype's like home or whatever? Because as you can see, it's like a unseen area. If we can go across it, then that'll be amazing. But I don't know if it's confirmed yet. Obviously, I'm getting too ahead of myself, but that might like the area that's in front of the cage balls there. That might be another area for Chapter 5, which Chapter 5 is not even confirmed yet, but at the end of Chapter 4 we'll see. But again, we just got the first teaser trailer, so it's like Chapter 5 is not even close if it is confirmed. But anyways though, getting knocked over a trash can, which I don't know what that's about with the trash cans, but so this area is very detailed though. Like I said, Marvel Entertainment is getting very creative with the characters and chapters. So, and it did say it'll be darker, and much darker. So, this area, this chapter is like much darker. Chapter 1 was like, not that insane. Chapter 2 was like an improvement, like, okay, like pretty cool, whatever. Chapter 3 was like the most intense one. Okay, something's happening with the Noah. Chapter 4 though, we were just, all of us, I guess in this all of our reaction were like, oh my gosh, this area is getting disturbing. So, this is the same theory, but that area might connect to here. And again, don't know if Chapter 5 is confirmed or not, whatever, but we're gonna see that other area in Chapter 5, maybe. The area that's caged out. But again, we could be able to like break that cage area over there, but we never know with the game, so that settles that theory. But now let's go to something interesting though I got. So as you can see, here's a picture of something. So this is me though. So if all of you guys saw my YouTube short I did a few days ago about this here, on the title I said there was a Chapter 4 theory video coming soon, and this is it. So, but not the whole video, but the title, whatever. So this was a leak for it actually. I found this on a page. I just found it, so I took a picture of it just in case it was true. I see this, so I have a whole bunch of theories for this, but that's for you to get this. So the chapter may focus on the player, which is Chapter 4 they're talking about. Again, I don't know if this is official. I just found it on a random website, but I took a picture of it, so I wanted to get this in the video though. So here it says, the chapter may focus on the player and Poppy Playtime attempting to rescue kids, which Poppy is confirmed along with us. Kismet might be dead though. Though it is still unknown who attacked her. Some believe it to be either the wound critters, which I think it was, or whatever. The prototype, my decision, but whatever. The wound critters, the possessed dog day. I don't say that word. The control dog day, I guess. Yeah, the control dog day, or the prototype, which I believe is the prototype. To be honest with you guys, it is presumed that Kissy may have been maybe killed. Maybe killed or turned evil the moment the player and Poppy find her. Which I didn't even think about the evil thing. Sorry, just about that. I didn't really think about the evil time there. I doubt. Well, we didn't see a scary one. That's one thing. At least we didn't see a scary one. I guess it was being like Huggy Wuggy like Chapter 1 was, but. So hopefully, honestly, I'm not trying to say it was like a good thing. Kissy Missy was exterminated, but hoping it was the prototype, because then we'll get to see his whole face, whatever. But again, let's keep reading this. So, though it is revealed that Poppy is an ally, obviously, to the player, she may still betray them. What? Okay, so I didn't think about this theory though. So, I doubt Poppy will betray us. but again, we never know. So we'll see in chapter 4. Ollie might show himself in this chapter, which, unbelievable. All we saw was Ollie in chapter 3. We only saw him in chapter 3, which he might appear in chapter 4 again as an ally. So Ollie might show himself in this chapter, though it is unknown whether he is a human, a living toy, or the prototype. But I highly doubt it's the prototype. But again, the prototype can mimic voices due to the tape at the end we saw of chapter 3. I think it was whoever was talking to the prototype, I think. Yeah, whoever that was. He can mimic voices. But the next thing we see something interesting here. So we see the prototype himself might also make a full appearance in this chapter. So I have a whole bunch of theories for this. But before we wrap it up here, let's continue with the prototype theory. So 1, the prototype will be fully revealed in this chapter, which I'm really hoping so. I'm dying to know. Hoping he is revealed in this chapter, because I'm like very happy about that. The second theory is that he won't even make an appearance, but he will like physically, as it's like in chapter 2 and 3, he showed his hand, but that's it. Chapter 1 here was we were just talking about the prototype or whatever. I thought it was Huggy at first, but no. The prototype was like 1006. So he didn't make his hand appearance in chapter 1. We didn't see his hand, but we did see a tape of him in chapter 1. In chapter 2 we saw his hand. In chapter 3 we saw the full hand. Or like part of the hand, I guess I should say. I don't know. My third theory is that he will make an appearance, but we'll see like Catnap, Huggy, Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs in him, like a part of him, I guess. Heck, we might even see Dog Day on the side. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, so that's all my theories for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video for the Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 theories. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a very long video. Hoping it was entertaining for you guys and informative to everyone watching out there. So I'll see you guys in the next Chapter 4 video. Hope you guys enjoyed the theories. See you guys in the next Chapter 4 video.